Hey everybody, welcome back. Grognard's Corner, taking a look at Little Round Top, Avalon Hill. We're stepping into our second video playthrough, moving into turn 3. I do want to point out I made a mistake. Yeah, who'd have thought that ever happened in the last turn. During combat, shooting combat, defenders and attackers shoot back at each other. So basically, all three of these units of the 83rd Pennsylvania should have been able to shoot back. So basically, each one of them's got 3 strength points. We're going to go ahead and take care of that now. There is a little rule that the Union forces do get a 1-column shift to the right for each company that does its first initial volley fire. So all of these are going to be on the 3-column, but with 1-column shift to the right for that initial volley. So it's going to be on the 4 to 5 column, and there are no modifiers. So let's start off with A company. It gets a 3, which is a disorganized, which flips them. And they're basically just going to be firing straight down the line. These guys right here, the middle company, are going to be the same. It's going to be a 5, which is going to be nothing. And then the final company on the end is going to be a 5, which is nothing. All right, so get that out of the way. Move into turn 3. All proper-like. Okay, sequence of play. Command unit. All disorganized units attempt to rally. Units that do not succeed may be rallied by their officers and step 4 below. Union officer casualties are replaced. So we do have one unit that is disorganized. And I apologize, disorganized, disrupted, I use kind of the same terms interconnectively. It means the exact same thing, it's just in my mind I prefer, disrupted, I guess, from too many other games, rather than disorganized. So they rally on a 6. And we got a 3, which is nothing. Should probably put the dice cup where y'all can see it, so you know that I'm not cheating during all this. And that's all the Union rallies. Nothing else has been disorganized. All Union officers check to see if his units in command radius. Yeah, nobody's moved. They're all in radius. Orders qualifying for a command bonus. Well, the 20th Maine is happy. They're not going to do anything. The 83rd doesn't have enough units on the board. It needs to be 4 units to qualify for a command bonus, so they can't get a command bonus. And now, officers expend command points to change formation, fix or remove bayonets, and or rally units under the command. Well, that's going to be an easy one. They're going to go ahead and spend 5 command points and rally this company. All right. Movement phase. Again, I don't think we're going to be doing anything. These guys down here, I mean, I could start moving them this way, but then they'll run right into the 15th Alabama, so these guys will still secure the flank. 20th Maine is happy on the top, or on Little Round Top, and the 83rd is not going to move. They're in good defensive positions there, so all done with movement. Fire combat. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do this then. These guys, C company is going to fire here, or actually, Confederate gets their defensive fire first. So it's going to be 3 to here, 3 to okay, 3 to here, 3 to here, and I got to check on disorganized. What's the effect of being disorganized on fire combat? Probably should have checked that earlier. I wasn't even thinking. Fortunately, there's only like 9 pages of rules. Okay, unit may not move, have their fire reduced by 1. Okay, so their fire strength is reduced by 1. Okay, so A company is going to have 3 points with no modifiers. It's a 2, which is a disorganized. So that's going to disorganize them. And these two are going to combine their firepower. So 3, 4, 5, since they're at -1, and they're going to fire there. But they're going to be firing uphill. So it's 5 with a -1 column shift. And we get a 1, which is a 1 strength point. Now, normally, since I rolled a 1, that usually means check for ammo. But I remember from checking the last time, the 4th Alabama rolled for ammo, and they don't have to worry about losing ammo unless they're, or running out of ammo unless they do volley fire this early in the game. So who is that? That's A Company of the 83rd Pennsylvania. And I got my little check sheet right here. Can't really see it, but so 83rd Pennsylvania, A Company, marking off 1 strength point. And I believe that also forces a morale check. 90% certain, just want to check anyways. When morale checks are made, when they suffer strength point loss due to fire or melee combat. Okay, so they need to make a morale check. And let's check for morale rolls. Like I said, a lot of theory craft. I've read the rules through a few times, but until I actually get it on the table and start doing it, not really exact certain, so I want to check and double check and make sure. Okay, so it's just a roll on the morale table, which is right here, morale table. They are a C morale. No, they're B morale. So they're going to be using the B column right here. And let's see. Adjustments. 1 column shift to the right. For each strength point they've lost. Fire, disorganized. Yeah, so it looks like it's 1 column shift to the right, so it's technically on the C column. So basically only anything on a 5 or 6, which is a 2, which is nothing. All right. So that was Confederate defensive fire. Now Union regular fire. These guys' fire is going to be affected because they were 3, but they're 1 column shift for being disorganized. They're on the 2 column. 6, nothing. Next company in line is a 5, nothing. And these guys are now down to a 2 because they lost 1 strength point. That's a 1. All right, that is a disorganized. Oh, they're already hitting someone who is disorganized. So, okay, and plus it was a die roll of a 1, so let's check. I don't think the 83rd has any problems. Yeah. Turns 1 through 12, all other companies, only when they roll a 1 when resolving volley fire. Okay, so disorganized unit that is hit with a disorganized result. What happens to them? Where would that be under? Would that be under morale or would that be under combat? Line of sight, disorganization, there we go. Not seeing anything under morale, so let's check. Fire combat. Restrictions. I think if they're disorganized, they just stay disorganized. I don't know. I cannot find anything. Fixed bayonets, disorganization, rally, morale. Well, let's check the morale table, see if there's anything on the morale table that says anything. Oh, okay, yeah, so they, well, see, disorganized. Okay, okay, here it is. If the company is already no, that's from a morale table. Okay, the fired on company is disorganized, flip over. If already disorganized, the company loses 1 strength point, remains disorganized, and must also check morale. Okay, so E Company of the 4th Alabama is going to lose a strength point and needs to make a morale check. They are a B morale. Let's see. B morale, one column to the right for each point. So they've lost one, and another one for being disorganized. So that's on the D column. Basically 50-50 chance, 4, 5, or 6. Okay, 2-0. So they stand firm. Excuse me. So that's all. Yeah. Was that? Yeah. Okay, that was Union fire. Okay, okay, that was Union fire. I haven't done Confederate fire yet. No, I did Confederate fire. Yeah. So during the Union turn, Confederates get to fire first. So yeah. Okay, that's what threw me off. I'm not keeping very good track of things. All right. So I think that's it for the Union shooting phase. What's after that? Melee combat, and then it flips over to the Confederate player turn. All right, so Confederate player turn. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and try to rally the 4th Alabama. Needs a 6. 2 does not rally. All right, that's all the other rallies. Everybody's in command. So, and the more that I think about it, we want to go into how many points, command points you have to spend when the unit's in column formation. The more I'm looking at it and the way the rest of the flow of the game is going, I think it is actually you have to pay it by company rather than by stack. So I think I was doing that wrong the first couple turns. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna switch it to that I have to pay 2 command points for every unit, every company, rather than by stack, even though they're in column formation. So I think that's actually the way we're supposed to do it. So okay, spending command points. These guys, okay, these guys are cool. I'm going to do some movement with them. Okay, up here we're actually going to do volley fire with this company. And what is volley fire? Volley fire is 4 points. And then I'm going to spend 5 points to, sorry for getting my fat hand in the way, 5 points to turn those guys over. And we're going to go ahead and do volley fire with the 4th Alabama as well. Or this is the 4th Alabama, A and B companies. So volley fire, nothing. But it was so 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points. Well under his command limit. Movement. Down here, we're going to take a swing. 1, 2, 3, 4 command points. And we're going to take them out of column formation, which is 5. Okay, so that's 9, 10, 11, 16, yeah, they're still out of... So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Actually, it'd have been another 5 to take both units out. So 25. And that's actually how many command points I've got. But I was able to give commands to 4 adjacent units. So that gave me 6 more points. So I've spent 25. I think 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, so I've spent 25 points so far, and I've got 31. So let's go ahead and take one of those formations out of column formation, at least. Tiny little counters, big fat hands and fingers. Okay, so they're getting up on line and getting prepared to march up the hill. All right, shooting fire, or into fire combat. Since it's the Confederate turn, Unions get to fire first. So we're going to go ahead and do 3 points from here, 3 points from here, and actually no, they're 2 points because they're damaged. 3 points, and then 2 points from here because they're disorganized and basically reduces one column, which breaks it from a 3 to a 2. So a 3, 2, 3, we're going to roll right to left, just right down the line that way. So first one is a 3, 6, nothing. Second one, actually it was a 2. Okay, so 1 on the 3 column is a 1. So they're going to be hitting the first unit in, so C Company of the 4th Alabama will take a point of damage. And that's a morale test. And they are B morale. So +1 to the right for each strength point. So, okay. 3, okay, that's good. And then the final Union formation is a 2, which is a 5, nothing. We did roll a 1 on these guys, but if you remember, all other companies other than the something Alabama, only on turns 1 through 12 only run out of ammunition on a volley fire, and that was not a volley fire. All right, so now the Confederate forces get to fire back. E Company is down 1 strength point, so they are going to be on the 2 column. And 6 is nothing. Okay, we've got volley fire here, which allows both companies to fire up to a maximum of 5. So we got 5 points instead of 6, even though they both are full strength and they're both 6, you can only get a 5 points worth of fire out. And they're going to fire at A Company. That's a 5 on the 5 column is nothing. And then volley fire is going to be 5 points as well for both full strength companies. Going to be firing into C Company. 5 is a 1, which is 1 point of damage to C Company of the 83rd Pennsylvania. Unfortunately, that was a 1 for volley fire, so it's the 15th Alabama. Nope, that's the 4th Alabama. So 15th Alabama really is the only one we got to kind of worry about until... No, yeah, roll all others. Roll a 1 when resolving fire, volley fire. Okay, so out of ammunition. Wow, out of ammunition early. So let's see what happens when you run out of ammo. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Morale. Ammunition supply. When to check ammo. Gathering ammo. Okay. When the conditions listed below occur, the firing companies must immediately check ammunition. The only player must then make a separate dice roll for each of the affected companies and a roll of 1, 2, or 3 of the companies out of ammunition. Any other result has no effect. Units that are out of ammunition may not fire, and do not have a zone of control. They engage in melee normally. So, top company is a 1. They are out of ammunition. And the second company, 6. They are not out of ammunition. So we've got 1A company has ran out of ammunition. All right. 83rd Pennsylvania C Company took a hit. So that's going to be a morale test. They are B morale. Let's see, 1 column to the right for each strength point lost. 1 column to the right fired on by volley fire. Okay, so it's going to be on the D column. Which is a 3, which is nothing. All right. I believe that's it. I believe that is the end of the turn. Yeah. No melee. And we clean up the administrative markers. So that's the end of turn 3. We're going to be moving into turn 4. And turn 4, the 83rd Pennsylvania is going to be getting some troops on, but we're pushing 20 minutes here. It took a little bit longer than I thought to get through. Again, just my mistakes for having to hit the rule book to clarify some stuff. Hopefully, we'll be able to start moving at a little quicker pace. So there you go. Turn 3. Little Round Top. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, criticisms in the comment section. We're getting close to 200 subscribers. Tell your friends, tell your family. I would appreciate it. I'll talk to everybody later. See ya!